Okay, I'm here with Mark Rogers, who's here, who had his number retired today, his jersey retired today. Mark, first, congratulations. How'd it feel to be back in the old Mount Ararat environs?
It was awesome. This is where I grew up, and this is always going to be home for me. So it's really nice to be home.
Was this building even here when you were at school?
No, this was not.
This is the first time you've been in here?
This is the first time I've been through here, yeah.
Well, there's a pretty big crowd there today.
It was a good crowd today. It was nice for everybody to show up. I had a good time.
It was. So, off-season, where do you live in the off-season? You're just home for the holidays now?
Yeah, I live in Chandler, Arizona in the off-season, and it's a great place to be, a great place for baseball. So.
Yeah. Does Milwaukee train in Arizona, spring training?
Yeah, our spring training is just about 30 minutes from my home, so I get to go work out at our spring training facility all off-season.
Oh, cool.
The weather out there is a little more conducive to baseball as opposed to Maine in the winter.
And there's probably a lot of guys that have homes out there just to take advantage of that, I imagine?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that live in Arizona. A lot of guys with the Brewers and also a lot of guys with other teams.
Yeah. So you've overcome some injuries. How's the rehab? How difficult is the rehab? Both physically and mentally?
I'd say it's more difficult mentally than it is physically, and it's physically very demanding. I mean, I was there day after day and really grinding. But, I always kept, this dream to pitch in the major leagues at the forefront of my mind, and it made it a lot easier to get to, the park every day, to grind it out and to get eventually to the major leagues. But the main goal is to get healthy first. Yeah.
Is there a danger of doing too much too quickly when you're doing that? Is there someone there to say, like, whoa, Mark, calm down here. Take it one step at a time.
Yeah. I had a great physical therapist, Kenny Patterson. He was there day after day with me, and he worked me out pretty hard, but there also is a limit. You can't really push it too hard, especially after a shoulder surgery or your wrist surgery. You really have to know your limitations. And myself, I'd never been through it before. I had no idea what they would be. So to have Kenny there who'd seen it and done it and really been through it all, really seen it all, it was nice to have him there with me. And without him, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. Kenny Patterson pretty much single-handedly rehabbed me back to health.
Great. And what are you looking for in this upcoming season?
I'm just looking forward to being healthy for an entire season and really continuing to prove to the Brewers that I can pitch at the major league level and continue to prove to myself that I can be successful at the major league level. So it starts now. It starts with being prepared going into spring training, remaining healthy, and just continuing to work hard and get to where I want to go.
And your fastball is still your number one pitch?
Oh yeah, fastball's still my number one pitch.
Yeah,
absolutely. It always will be.
And how's your control? How important is control?
Control is everything. I mean, when you put guys on without them swinging the bat, especially at the major league level, you will pay for it eventually. So control is everything. I mean, I don't care if you're throwing 100 or if you're throwing 88, you still have to locate it because those guys can hit a fastball up there.
And finally, last question is, how is your batting? First of all, in the minor leagues, did you practice hitting in the minor leagues also?
Yeah, we'd hit in the minor leagues. We'd hit the day before we pitch in the minor leagues. We did a lot more bunting in the minor leagues, but at the major league level, we get to hit every single day, which is pretty awesome to hit in the major league ballparks every day.
So the National League, minor league teams don't use the DH, is that right?
Right, at the AA and AAA level, there is no DH.
Yeah. Okay, how's Milwaukee Stadium, by the way?
Miller Park is awesome. Especially when they pack that place in. We have the best fans in the world at Miller Park, so it's a great place to play and a heck of a stadium.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Mark. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and to be talking with the Mount Ararat baseball team kids, too.
Well,
Good luck this season.
Thank you.